Not just a sponsor of your team, but also a fan. Phones you want, service you deserve. Prairie Mobile, your SaskTel authorized dealer.
I'm not really sure, but I think it's going to be a pretty cool experience to whatever we do see, so I'm looking forward to it. I was a little surprised. I didn't really think stuff like that really kind of went on, but I don't know, I think it'll be pretty cool to kind of go through and see why some of those people are there and kind of what goes on there. I've heard it really, it's an eye-opener, kind of makes you change your sort of perspective on some things, and I don't know, and heard there's some pretty gross things and big rats and stuff, so yeah.
Like Chase said, not really too sure. Kind of just expecting the worst that happens downtown Vancouver, and to see a lot of people that are struggling in their lives. Yeah, very surprised. Didn't really expect that bad down there. But at the same time, it's kind of like if you don't make those choices in your life, you don't end up there, but you can definitely stay away from that.
While the rest of their teammates enjoy a day off in Victoria, Austin Wagner, James Hilsendager, Jared McAmmond, and Chase Harrison will all head back to Vancouver to take part in Project First Goal. The four Pats will travel to Vancouver's downtown east side to speak with addicts and bring their stories back to students in Regina to help the students in making the right decisions when it comes to drugs and alcohol. Prior to their walk-around, the Pats will meet up with the Odd Squad, a charitable organization dedicated to drug prevention in youth. They'll also get help from the Vancouver Police Service and the RCMP. With some extra time on their schedule, it allows the Pats to take a quick early walk-around during the daylight. They also make a quick stop at the Vancouver Police Museum where they can see some of the tools of the trade. After the museum, the Pats continue on their walk-around and they meet a man named Frank, who, despite not wanting to be filmed, did have a message.
If I were you, this is what I'd do. I'd go to school and listen to my mom and dad. I'd eat. I'd have a girl, but crystal meth wouldn't be my world.
Right on.
Yeah, it's bad stuff. It bores holes in your brain, man.
After their early walk-around, it's over to Odd Squad headquarters for the Pats, where they meet up with Mark Steinkamp, one of the founding members of the Odd Squad, who informs them about addiction and their responsibility in making their presentations.
Everybody's going to make unhealthy choices, but the ones that you can dissuade, fantastic. For some of the kids, you're going to reinforce what they already know. So really, we don't have to worry about those. A couple other groups that you'll be approaching, kids that are, well, what's the big deal? Maybe I can be manipulated. Kids that need some strategy, some ideas that they can use to have a healthier approach. And then there's kids that no matter what you say, they're going to go down that road and they're going to become criminals or drug addicts or have social or antisocial behavior for the rest of their lives because they're just kind of wired that way.
Next, the Pats are introduced to Joe Calandino, a former gang member and now executive director of the Yobro Youth Initiative.
I'm here to talk to you guys about the gang side of kind of what you guys are here for. So that's to create a message that you're then going to turn around, go back home, go into the elementary schools and create this message about prevention and drug awareness and, gangs and all that kind of stuff. So it almost looks like an episode out of The Sopranos or something you'd see in Scarface or something you'd see down in New York or California or Chicago. No, right here in beautiful British Columbia. And don't think for a second that you guys don't have these types of issues within your community.
Armed with a new understanding of addiction and gangs, the Pats hit the streets of East Hastings for the main event of their day in Vancouver, the evening walk-around through the neighborhood.
I'm a former gang member and a former drug addict who took his own life to turn his life around. And when I say took my own life, it's because I OD'd myself. I've had enough of what I was going through and the hurt and pain that I was doing to myself that I put heroin in my eyelids and woke up dead.
How did it come to that point?
Sick and tired of doing what I was doing, and I had a feeling that something had to be better, something had to change. I mean, living the lifestyle of doing the drugs, it was glamorous, yeah. Once we're in it, we love it. But it only goes so far. Doing all the drugs and doing everything else, we're only killing ourselves slowly anyways. And I just got tired of the crap and all the run-ins with the police, getting caught for all kinds of crap that I didn't need, and knew that something was better. So I've been going to school every year, upgrading, getting educated, and doing a lot more training.
After meeting a man who had managed to escape addiction and turn his life around, the Pats went the other way, meeting a man named Peter, who started out as a successful contractor and now finds himself collecting bottles to feed his addiction and living in East Hastings.
But I went to follow my father's footsteps, which is ceramic tile, marble, granite installations. And I expanded my own business. I did a lot of contractors, jobs out in Whistler, Burnaby, Surrey, Vancouver, you name it. I've been all over the place. Just in BC. Yeah. And I was really was well off. Like I did really well for myself. Like I understand how to do like the bookings, the books, financial part of it, and understanding how to pay rent, how to pay mortgage, how to pay,
Employees?
Yeah, employees, how to pay everybody. And it was stressful for a while. And then I was getting older, obviously. Time goes by, and I just found myself I needed something more to party with, I guess, have more fun. And that fun was not really worth it in the long run, because I look at it, it ruined me, because I bumped into the wrong people, and eventually I fall into hard alcohol and then hard drugs. But for me to be still, I don't have the power to leave that, because I've been in recovery, I understand what's going on. Yeah. I find more or less the hard drugs, which is crack cocaine, is the hardest thing for me. I am 10 years clean from heroin and 3 years clean from methadone. And that's, I killed one substance, but I'm not really quite finished with the other one. I'm a bottle binner, and I could make about $200 cash daily. But that's hard findings. That's on average. It's a lot of work. It's hard work. You're going in the garbage. You're going to get stung by a needle or cut by glass or garbage stink. You come home and, the tenants look at you like, what the hell are you doing? I mean, you get looks, and it's not the right thing to do, man. It's not a good life, really.
The Pats take a break from the streets to head indoors and see what life is like in one of East Hastings' many rundown hotels and apartment buildings.
You got no weapons in here. You sure? Where's the other guy? What's up?
Stay away from this area. Stay away from drugs, period. Bad, very bad. Don't let your kids wind up down here. You know why? Why? Because they wind up down there. Up here? Down there. It's not far to go. That was a joke. Oh, no joke aside, though. But that's a good thing to do. Stay away from drugs. Stay out of this area. Unless you want me to put them on the floor.
Oh my God.
There you go. There you go. Oh. Yeah.
It's so heavy.
See, you're lucky, Ray. There's more that goes with that.
The Pats take a look inside one of the many tiny rooms the people of East Hastings inhabit. This one, recently unoccupied, still has yet to be cleared out.
I'd advise you guys to sit your hockey team. Don't get hooked down here because once you're hooked, you suffer. And the drugs can be hard and kill you. I don't shoot drugs. As you can see, my arms are clean. I don't even smoke rock. I'm a powder, what they call a powder puff. I do cocaine this way only. I've tried it this way, but my body tells me I can't do it because I throw up not even 5 seconds later. And what you see here is mostly what I have, except for the bed and the fridge. The rest are all mine. Just stay where you guys are. Don't get caught down here, because once this downtown core has you, you're screwed.
Yeah. As proof that it can happen to anyone, the Pats come across an addict who used to play junior hockey and now lives in East Hastings.
The worst thing I've seen down here, I was 10 feet away from a guy that ran up and stabbed his best friend of 20 years in the heart over $5. He stole $5 off his dresser, and he ran up and said, "You stole my $5." Stabbed him right in his heart. Killed him. 10 feet away from me, just right at the Carnegie right there. And the guy walked across the street and died right on the sidewalk. Wow. And now the guy's doing like 30 years or something for killing his best friend. And I witnessed that. I witnessed people being thrown out of windows because of drug debts, hitting the ground and stuff.
As the Pats walk around comes near to a close, they travel down an alley and come across a group of younger addicts. One, only 25, steals at least $150 worth of goods every day to feed his addiction. The Pats also witness him inject himself and go through his high. With the walk around come to a close, the Pats take time to look back and reflect on what they've learned and who they've met and what they'll carry forward.
It was mind-blowing. My perspective on it all changed a lot. Just to hear people's problems and their stories of how they came here it's unbelievable. And I think the way I'm going to try to help these kids is I'm going to give it my all just to help them not end up on the streets.
I think everybody I met, honestly, they all had different stories, and they all came from good homes, or they all came from good homes, or they came from bad places, but they're all down here not by choice, by accident, or not by accident, but by choice. They made one bad decision, and that's all that happened. So I don't think there's one person that I'll remember for sure. It's remembering everybody and remembering what they told me and how you don't want to come down here. You're a hockey player. You got stuff going for you. You got good things happening, and don't mess up your life with one bad decision.
I thought it was pretty crazy how when we talked to a few of them about how it was, and some of them kind of weren't really sure what to say, kind of, because, I don't know, I guess they were, like they said, it's sort of like a vortex, and they can't, like they all say, they can't get out, kind of thing, and I just thought that was crazy how they can kind of get to that level in the first place, and it's just, it's pretty unreal. It just really kind of makes you think and really opens your eyes on things.
Just very eye-opening experience. Just seeing that kind of stuff is happening here in Vancouver and in Canada. Been to a lot of other places and seeing it in like Jamaica, Mexico, just a few places I can mention. Seeing it here in Canada is just like, whoa.
What do you think of the Balmoral?
Pardon?
The hotel, the Balmoral Hotel.
Oh, that was pretty interesting. I don't think I've ever seen something that run down, that kind of disgusting, I guess I could say. Kind of freaky.
With an incredible life experience and new awareness under their belts, the Pats will return home to Regina to bring the messages they heard in East Hastings to students, with the hopes that these students will be able to make the right decisions when it comes to drugs and alcohol in the future.